Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another daily devotion. This is Pastor Roy here at Woodlawn Christian Church, and we do these every day, Monday through Friday. This devotion is being recorded for Wednesday, July 20th of 2022. And we're going to start chapter 23 in Matthew's Gospel today. We've been working our way through Matthew, and today we have arrived at chapter 23. This is still Holy Week. This is the last week of Jesus' life. And it's been said that if you want to know why Jesus was crucified, read chapter 23. And that'll probably tell you. We've just got done with a bunch of give and take from Jesus with the Pharisees and the Sadducees and whatnot. And now Jesus is going to turn and he's going to denounce the Scribes and the Pharisees. And what I would call this entire chapter is a warning, woes, and weeping. A warning, woes, and weeping. And that pretty much encapsulates the whole of the 23rd chapter. Today we're going to look at the first 12 verses. So verses 1 to 12 today in chapter 23. And let's take a listen and see what we can glean from this for us today. Then Jesus said to the crowds and to his disciples, "The scribes and the Pharisees sit on Moses' seat. Therefore do whatever they teach you and follow it. But do not do as they do, for they do not practice what they teach. They tie up heavy burdens, hard to bear, and lay them on the shoulders of others, but they themselves are unwilling to lift a finger to move them. They do all their deeds to be seen by others, for they make their phylacteries broad and their fringes long. They love to have the place of honor at banquets and the best seats in the synagogues, and to be greeted with respect in the marketplaces, and to have people call them rabbi. But you are not to be called rabbi, for you have one teacher, and you are all brothers and sisters. And call no one your father on earth, for you have one Father, and the one in heaven. Nor are you to be called instructors, for you have one instructor, the Messiah. The greatest among you will be your servant. All who exalt themselves will be humbled, and all who humble themselves will be exalted." All right, that last part is that reversal of fate, that unexpected thing, that role reversal there. The first will be last, and the last will be first. But here Jesus is talking about hypocrites. He's called the Pharisees and the Sadducees and the like hypocrites before. This is a warning to the scribes and the Pharisees that sit on Moses' seat. They are the teachers. But he's saying they do what they say, but don't do as they do, I guess, is what he's trying to get across. They tell you what's supposed to be done, but they're not doing it themselves. They're in it for the show. Is the other part of the complaint here is that they wear these phylacteries. This is a big box on their head that has prayers in it, and they're making it big to look like they have lots of prayers, and long fringes on their robes to look like they are with the knots in it. It has the knots of the prayers. It's all a bunch of show, and of course that's one of the reasons why I'm not a big fan of priestly garb or minister garb, and I dress more casually on my day to day, and I will wear a robe and stoles at times in the sanctuary, depending on what's going on. Most of our funerals are weddings, for baptisms, things like that. The high holy days, Easter and the such, and sometimes once in a while, just for if depending on what's going on, I might wear a little more of the ministerial garb. But for the most part, I eschew that whole persona because of things like this. You're not to be putting on a show. You're supposed to live the life that you preach. Now, we are all hypocrites. And this is not just a condemnation of the leadership. We need to remember this is a condemnation of us all. We're the whole body of ministers. We're all supposed to be ministers for God. So the point is that we all fall short, and we all need to examine our own. What are we doing? Why are we doing what we're doing? And why are we behaving the way we behave? We all need to examine our own lives and our own lifestyles and answer the question. And I've commented before about people coming to church and then going out and being on Facebook and putting curse words and profanities and risque, let's put it that way, material on Facebook or other social media, but yet coming into church and professing to be a Christ follower. Well, what's that tell the people in the neighborhood or in the community? about Christ followers, that they're hypocrites. And that's, of course, the number one criticism of Christians, that we are hypocrites. And, of course, I always say, yes, we are. And all of us are hypocrites, whether you're Christian or not. But Jesus is saying, don't do that. But do follow the teachings. They sit on Moses' seat. They're the teachings they're presenting are God's teachings. They're just not doing them themselves. So don't do as they say and not as they do. Is the point there. And again, the bottom line is we are called to be servants. Remember, in John's Gospel, the Last Supper is not about the bread and the body. It's about the feet washing. It's about Jesus. Again, basically it says the same type of thing as he says here. That if you're going to be the greatest, you need to be the servant of all. If you're going to be counted among those that are really the true leaders, you need to be the one that's willing to serve, to be of service to all. So it is you need to be humble in your service to God and to God's people. So that's what I'm going to leave you with. Tomorrow we're going to kick in verse 13, and we're going to start off with the woes. And we'll get to the weeping maybe next week. I don't think we'll get through all the woes this week, but we'll get there eventually. All right, have a blessed day, and please, please, please be a blessing to someone today. All right, God bless you, and come on back soon. Bye-bye.